My name is Dr. Anya Whittington. I'm an Associate Professor of Recreation, Parks, and Tourism at Radford University. I also teach Wilderness First Aid and Wilderness First Responder for solo. And I serve on our local search and rescue team called Southwest Virginia Rescue Mountain Group. If I was to drink this without treating it, it could lead to some very bad side effects. Let's talk about that. On average, the National Park Service receives 14,000 calls a year for search and rescue efforts. When in a wilderness situation, especially an extreme wilderness survival situation, it is good to remember the rule of threes. We can survive 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. When in the backcountry, it is important to stay well hydrated. On average, at rest, we need approximately 2 liters of water per day. When we are exercising, especially strenuously exercising, depending on the heat and the type of activity we're doing, we could need up to an additional 2 liters per hour. Over time, lack of water can lead to fatigue, exhaustion, and impact our ability and our endurance to accomplish whatever it is that we're participating in, be it hiking or canoeing or skiing. Some of the issues you can have with drinking unfiltered water is there's 3 common ones. One is called Giardia, the other is called Cryptosporidium, and the third is called E. coli. The first 2, Giardia and Cryptosporidium, are both parasites. E. coli is a bacteria. All 3, though, can cause a variety of symptoms. This includes everything from fatigue, dehydration, watery stools, possibly bloody stools, confusion, lack of appetite, weight loss, fever, vomiting, flu-like symptoms. One of the most effective ways of treating water in the backcountry is to boil your water. Boiling your water kills everything. You need to bring the water to a hard boil. No set amount of time, it just needs to come to a nice hard boil. Some places it may take longer in a higher elevation. One of the advantages of boiling water is that you only need fuel. The water tastes the same, which keeps the flavor, and typically you have the stuff with you already for cooking and other activities. Some of the disadvantages is using fuel and the fact that your water is now hot. The other problem with boiling is that you can't do it while you're moving along the trail. You can only do it like when you sat down to eat. The second method for treating water is using a filtration system. There's many different types out there. Filtration there's some advantages to filtering your water. You can stop anywhere along the trail and do it. It doesn't take a significant amount of time. Some of the disadvantages of filtration systems is that it does not remove viruses. They can be costly, and you typically have to replace the cartridge in the filtration system on a regular basis. Another means of purifying your water is to use chemicals. Common chemicals used are iodine and chlorine. Advantages to those are they're very inexpensive. They are easy to carry, lightweight. Some disadvantages are that they make the water taste funny. Luckily now you can buy iodine, and then you can buy a neutralizer to the iodine, which kind of helps with the taste. And another disadvantage of if you choose to use your own chemicals, not prepackaged, you could put too much chemicals in your water. Another product on the market is called a SteriPen. A SteriPen uses ultraviolet light to kill the critters in your water. Some of the advantages are that they are very lightweight. They also are easy. You just put it in your water bottle and let it do its thing for about 45 seconds. Some of the disadvantages are that you need to use batteries and always have backup batteries with you. If you're in a wilderness survival situation and you're having dehydration issues that could lead to heat exhaustion or heat stroke, we do recommend that you drink water. This is only if you're feeling, starting to lose loss of consciousness, if you are vomiting, if you're not making sound decisions, and if you really need to drink. The signs and symptoms of typical waterborne illnesses will be delayed. Can be delayed up to a couple days before you would actually obtain any of those symptoms, and hopefully by then you will have been rescued. So before I was educated about this, the importance of treating your water in the backcountry, I was lucky to obtain Giardia. I believe this came from untreated food, or the process of cleaning food in the backcountry. But speaking from personal experience, it is not something that you want to have. Luckily, I was home when I started getting the signs and symptoms. It was periods of diarrhea, extreme abdominal cramping. I would go days without eating, and then I would be extremely hungry and eat everything in sight, then to only have another bout of diarrhea. After about 2 weeks, I went to the doctors and was diagnosed with Giardia and received medication for treatment. This is not something that I would want to obtain in the backcountry or to deal with in the backcountry. So therefore, it is very important to treat your water, to think wisely before you just drink, and to prepare. So remember, proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.